As a Power BI developer, do you feel stuck sometimes doing mundane work like formatting your visuals? Like here, I have three visuals. Probably for a bigger report, you can assume there could be multiple visuals, right? And now, if I want to format these visuals individually, right? Formatting involves having a background, maybe borders, then labels. Then you also need to look for X, Y axis formatting, colors, and all those things, right? Formatting each one of them may take time, and you have to individually click on each of the visuals and then go to the format pane and apply the settings you want, right? Now, what if I tell you you can do this formatting for all these visuals in one go? That would be wonderful, right? Yes, you can definitely do that. And in just one click, you can format your visuals like this. So let's get started. Now, before I actually start, I would like to apologize because it's been long since I released a video. I've been caught up with personal and professional commitments which needed more attention. So, yeah, now that I'm back, you can see more videos every week. Okay, let's get started. What you to do is go to View pane, click on Themes drop down, and save your current theme, right? So, basically, current theme is nothing but the default uh, color formattings which is there with the theme file, right? It would be saved as a theme file so that you can use it. So once you click on save current theme, you can give it any name and just save it. I will close this because I already saved one theme file with the changes. I will just walk you through, otherwise it would make this video too long. All right, so here's the JSON theme file I was talking about, right? So once you save it, your theme file would contain all the data colors that is there by default, and it will also contain all the different properties which are by default already applied, right? So all the formattings, all the colors which are there would be there. What you need to do is add this schema file location. I've already added the link to the schema file, which I will link in the description. Okay, so basically what it does is it would actually allow you to make use of IntelliSense and will let you know what are the different properties and settings that you can apply for individual visuals. All right. Okay. Okay, let's get started now with the discussion. So as I said, right, we need to play around with visual styles and JSON style presets property, right? So what is visual styles property actually? This is the object which actually lets you to define uh, different format settings, formatting properties for your visuals. Okay, and it has its own hierarchy. To show you, is uh, here's the blog I was talking about, which I've written. I will, and you can get the link from the description. Okay, so if you see here, visual styles and then visuals name, right? So you need to define which visual you want to use. Maybe it could be chart, it could be pie chart, it could be column chart, bar chart, whatever, right? Then you need to define the style preset. So basically, default formattings that you want to be applied, you need to define it as style presets name. So you need to give a name to that. Okay, so just name it, and then you need to give the card or the visual that where you want to apply the individual property, and then you can define the property name and the property value. So property name could be anything, right? It could be your border, it could be the color, font color, it could be shadow and everything, right? So anything you can define through property value, right? More on this I have written in the blog. You can definitely read it. So let's come back to the Visual Studio Code. Now you see here, I have started with clustered column chart because that is one of the visuals that I have used, right? So if you look at the report, right, I have two clustered column charts and one pie chart. So I will define for these. So let's start with clustered column chart. Hierarchy wise, I will next give the name of style preset which I want to define for this one. I have named it as format one. For format one, I have used border. I have defined border. Border is with a radius 30. Then I have defined legend property. Legend is to be true. It has to be shown and in italic manner, and the position has to be top center. Similarly, for visual axis, I have defined grid line with this color, and then there is data labels also defined to be shown in this color. Similarly, I want to show different formatting for my other clustered column chart, right? You can definitely define it as default to be applied for all your clustered column chart. But if in case if you want to define a separate setting, you can use style preset for your other visual. So in this case, I have used again border, a different radius. I have added a drop shadow property here. Next, I have a value axis. Again, this is I have added a grid line with color. There's different color. Then labels I have added labels. I have defined it as in this case with this color, which is a red actually. Came out of the clustered column chart hierarchy. Now I've started for pie chart. Pie chart. I have created a style preset as format 3. Uh, you can you can actually go ahead and do this, but it's better to use style preset because you may want to reuse it for multiple other visuals, right? Or you can definitely use if there are multiple pie charts also, you can use different style presets for them as well. Okay, so in this case, I have defined border as this, legend towards the left, and labels I have defined with this, right? So that's it. We are done. And there is also page level settings, which is already there by default in the default theme, but you can definitely change it. Uh, but you can definitely change it as per your needs, right? So once you are done, you just need to save this. Once you are done saving, go back to your report, and here you can see right now there is no formatting. So how to apply those formatting that you have saved, right? Again, you need to go to themes, scroll down, and browse for themes, the theme which you actually created. I have already created the season theme, right? So I will just pick this up, click open. Here you go. So you can see here my file was successfully added. If you have not made any error in the JSON file, you will get this happy message. But if there are some issues, then you will see a error message at the top, right? Like you usually see here, somewhere here in Power BI. Okay, I was lucky. There was no error with the file. Let's go. Now that you have imported the JSON theme file, the next step is to actually select individual file and leverage the style preset property. So how to do that? Go to the format pane, and here's that you can see the style presets property. Now coming earlier it was not there because there was no JSON defined for that, right? So by default it will not be there. Once you have defined style presets in your JSON theme file and you have loaded it, you will see this property. Now for this pie chart, I have defined actually format 3, right? Only one style preset, so I could just select this one. Now for there are two clustered column chart. For this one, I have you can see style presets property automatically shows up, and then you just need to select the one that you want to. I need to show for format one property here, and then for this one, I need to show the format two. Right, here you go. So format two with the top shade. As you can see, all the visuals are formatted in like in just 5 seconds. This is really wonderful, right? On this page, I have actually done like a couple of other formatting changes, so you can see. But again, just assume, right? If you're working with multiple reports and if they want to be formatted in same manner with like similar themes and colors and all, not just colors with other formatting properties, right? You why would you go and manually do for each of those visual? Let's say if there are hundreds of visual, it will be really tough and will require a lot of manual effort. Instead, you can just set a theme file with the formattings that you want and reuse it everywhere in all your report files, right? So this was a quick tip, which probably you can leverage it for uh, to make your life easy as a Power BI developer. All right, that's about it in this video. We'll be back soon with another. See ya.